What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a ultimate vanilla bomb fragrance kind of thing, just because the title sounds nice and it's getting really cold out. So, good opportunity to wear them. Not an extensive list, but just some pretty big vanilla bombs that maybe I have experience wearing more so than some other fragrances. And if you're one of those people that, one, if you don't care about my opinion, probably don't watch this video, right? And if you're one of those people that think in the fragrance community that like Le Male is a vanilla bomb, this list is not for you because I don't think that's a I don't consider that a vanilla bomb at all. So if that's what you would consider a vanilla bomb, this list is not for you. So let me give you some of my opinions on some fragrances that I think are maybe vanilla bombs or maybe some others that get talked about in the community. First one, let's get this one off the list right away. Spirituous Double Vanille. I would never recommend anyone wear this one if they wanted compliments. The first, I get like 4 or 5 hours of smelling like a grandma, to be honest with you, and I've been told that I smell like a grandma. I can tell you one time I wore this, and then I went to go get a massage, and that mix of like lavender oil and whatever other essential oils they put on me smelled like a grandma farted all over me, basically. It was like a step away from that. I'm not saying the fragrance isn't bad once it dries down, because once it dries down, it is pretty nice. But man, the first 4 or 5 hours, I mean, if you're not smelling the scent trail and you're smelling it up close, I don't know if it's skin chemistry or not, but I don't really like it, dude. It's not that great. I know for a lot of people it's their holy grail vanilla thing, but man, up close for the first, like I said, 4 or 5 hours, this thing is kind of out there, and when it's up close, man, it's a lot. And the weird thing is, when I smell it from the cap, it still smells good. But on my skin, no. You know what I mean? Again, once the dry down happens, it's okay. But other than that, just it takes too long to get to that. So this one is boom. This one's going off the list. Another one. Let's say Tobaccco Vanille. Okay, if I were to count Tobaccco Vanille, it would automatically win, I think, because I love Tobaccco Vanille. It's one of my favorite fragrances ever. But when I wear it, I don't really consider it a vanilla bomb. It's not my main thing that I'm thinking. I find it to be a pretty nuanced fragrance. I find it to have like a lot of depth and different layers to it. So I actually don't think of it as a vanilla bomb. But I guess if you were to think of it as a vanilla bomb, then yeah, I think it smells fucking awesome and amazing. I will say it is one of those fragrances that does get, in real life, my experience is the kind of thing that I get. My experience in real life is the kind of experience that I see people say online. It's kind of polarizing. Some people are like, oh man, it smells awesome. Some people think it smells like Christmas. Some people think it smells manly. Some people think it smells like a candle. Some people think it smells girly. I've had all those reactions from girls in the same day at the same time. You know what I mean? So everyone seems to get something a little bit different out of it. I'm one of those people that I think it just smells fucking awesome. I don't think it smells just like a vanilla candle. So I'm not going to count it just because I feel it's too nuanced. But if you consider it to be a vanilla bomb, then I guess it would be the number one on my list. What's another big vanilla fragrance that I have a lot of wear a lot of times? Sublime Vanille from Creed. This is another one for me personally. Even when I wear this one, sometimes I go through like regrets of buying it because it was just so much money. Because sometimes it smells really good, and other times sometimes I get kind of like a lemon pledge kind of thing out of it, the opening. Sometimes I get too much bergamot and it's too like spicy for me. And also, I think there's a little bit of batch variation. I get like a lot of kind of more tonka bean than vanilla a lot of times. So, I mean, this is actually, it's kind of polarizing to me. Some days I wear this and I'm like, man, I'm getting a lot of a different vibe out of this than before. So it's kind of polarizing to me. I will say, once it dries down though, it does have a really nice, snuggly dry down all the time. The tonka bean, you know what I mean? The vanilla, it's just very creamy. It's very relaxing and snuggly. It's nice. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes the tonka bean is too much mixed with the musk and it smells a little funky. Sometimes it's a little too powdery. Sometimes the bergamot is too much spicy. Sometimes the lemon is too strong. It smells like lemon pledge. So I go back and forth. And of course, it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So it's really fucking expensive. Compliment wise, it's okay. I don't wear it a lot because it's so fucking ridiculously expensive, but it's pretty nice. What would be another one? Let's say Montal's Vanilla Absolute. Okay, this one is basically this is one of the few fragrances that I've ever worn that I've literally, even though I like the smell of it, I've had to wash it off my skin because it is just that fucking powerful. I mean, I wore it recently, dude, and I'm talking about just little baby sprays, dude. And it was just like, whoa, people are like, dude, Clayton, what are you wearing today, dude? It is very, very strong. One of the strongest fragrances that I actually like, you know what I mean? Big vanilla bomb, smoky vanilla, and it's got that kind of thing. A lot of times when fragrances mix a lot of woodsy notes with vanilla, I think it kind of makes your nose relate it to chocolate a little bit. And I have had a lot of people tell me they think that I just came from a candy store, or they think that I'm wearing a chocolate fragrance. Um, Compliment wise, you know what? Honestly, this is not a great compliment getter. I have had some people tell me they like it, and I have had people tell me, okay, the people that like it, yeah, they do think it's like a vanilla bomb. It smells good, sugary, ice cream on your hand. Some people think it smells like, I got distracted there, sorry. Some people think it smells like, ice cream. But some people think it smells like, chocolate, but not a good chocolate. And so, yeah, the compliment wise, it's kind of polarizing. I would, and I guess in that sense, if you're going for a chocolate fragrance, why not just wear something like chocolate greedy, right? So polarizing compliments are like, iffy compliment wise, if that's what you're going for. Another fragrance that gets talked about, let's say Vanitas from that perfume aroma. I think that smells too much like cotton candy. I get more of a cotton candy smell than I think of like a vanilla bomb smell. So that one's getting knocked out too. What would be another one? Oh, that Indula Tijota. How do I say it? It's the guy that made John Paul or Lamal. That Indula Tijota. I'm probably saying it wrong. Whatever. Another, it's just vanilla and musk. It's got kind of a vanilla candle smell to it, and then it kind of dries down to a fluffy vanilla. And I know a lot of people, this is their holy grail vanilla scents, and it's just really, I think the only notes in it really are just vanilla and musk. And it's nice, but I don't feel that I smile enough when I wear it for me to say it's like my favorite ever. Do you know like some fragrances just make you smile? You just like bury your nose in your arm and you're like, man, I smell so fucking good right now. This is I don't feel that I like smile a lot when I wear it. I do like it, but I don't get that kind of like, I don't know what is that word? I don't know English very well. You just smile for no reason. What is that called? Where fuck it. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, what I will say lately, what are my two favorite vanilla fragrances ever in terms of being a vanilla bomb? I'm just gonna say Montal's Sweet Vanilla and Perfume Aromas, whatever it is, Dolces and Fundo. I know I've talked about these before. I fucking love these, man. These two make me smile when I wear them. They're so fucking good. Um, how would I compare them the two? They're both kind of like a creamsicle smell. If I were to compare the two, the Montal one is a little bit stronger. It's a little bit more feminine. There's even a little bit of a kind of a bath lotion in it almost. And I even had a girl recently when I was wearing these both on arm, just testing, asking people's opinions too. One girl even said she smelled like berries, and I will agree actually because there's almost kind of like a bath lotion kind of. There's more of a feminine quality to the Montal Sweet Vanilla. But yeah, it's a little more girly. I think it's stronger. It's the creamsicle vibe does not last quite as long as Dolces and Fundo because it becomes a little more of a smoky vanilla kind of. It's almost like Dolces and Fundo mixed with Montal's Vanilla Absolute. Because if we were to compare the marshmallow aspects of the two, the marshmallow in Vanilla Absolute, or the marshmallow aspect in Sweet Vanilla is more of a smoky kind of marshmallow, right? It's a warm marshmallow. Whereas the vanilla in Dolces and Fundo is more of a cold marshmallow fluff vanilla. If your nose is relating to marshmallow, those are the two different kinds of marshmallows I think you're gonna get. But yeah, Montal Sweet Vanilla, creamsicle, you know what I mean? It's got a little bit more of a feminine edge to it with that kind of almost like a bath lotion kind of smell. And yeah, and Dolces and Fundo is the more kind of crystallized candy version. You know what I mean? My nose relates it to like a crystallized effect. Like I said, the marshmallow, and this is more of a cold marshmallow, like a marshmallow fluff. It keeps that, it keeps like the citrus kind of creamsicle vibe longer. They're both very long lasting. Like I said, I feel like the Montal is a little bit longer lasting, a little bit stronger, which is kind of strange because actually the Dolces and Fundo I think smells more synthetic. And it sounds weird. It's like, dude, something smells more synthetic than a Montal. And I'm like, yeah, something smells more synthetic than a Montal. But even saying that though, I think the sweet vanilla is a little stronger. Man, I don't know. They're both fucking amazing, dude. I love them both. They both, like I said, they actually make me smile. Compliment wise, well, you know when I don't ask people, when I've worn these before, I've literally had people I've wore these just day after day, and I've had people be like, "Oh, you're wearing the marshmallow one. Are you wearing the marshmallow one again?" You know, and so I guess when you just wear them in passing, you know, people have complimented me, but I've never. They've thought that I was wearing one or the other. You're wearing the same one as I wore the day before, but I was actually just wearing. You get what I'm saying? When I've done like both arm to both arm, and I've actually asked people, again, I've gotten, you know, kind of back and forth. Some people liked, you know, the Dolces and Fundo more. Some people like the sweet vanilla more. I would say maybe, maybe just a little bit people like the Montal one more, right? But in general, I would say that they're okay compliment getters because you're just so sweet and you know, it's like one of those things. I wouldn't say they're amazing compliment getters that I've worn them, but I do get compliments on them. Um, yeah, and I'd say the Montal one's a little bit better. Which one do I like better? I'm not sure. I think they both smell fucking amazing, but they're probably both right now my two favorite. If I was thinking of wearing a vanilla bomb of a fragrance, they would be my favorite. So I think that's what I would say. And of course, if Tobaccco Vanille counted, well then Tobaccco Vanille wins. So that's kind of cheating, right? Anyway, that's kind of my opinion on some big vanilla fragrances. Certainly not all the big vanilla bombs I've smelled, but I guess if you wanted my popper opinion on other ones, you could ask me. But those are the ones probably I have a little more experience wearing than others. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. The end.